Yeah, so very good afternoon and good morning, good evening, wherever you guys are. This is obviously Raj from Woman Agenda. We have a very special guest, Anna, be very, very talented singer, originally from the UK, London, but based in New York now.
Thank you so much. I actually just came back to London a couple of days
Oh,
ago, so
wow.
I'm now in the UK, but
You're
I
back
was in the
in,
UK last couple of months.
you were in a couple of months. So whereabouts are you? Where do you live? You live in the UK?
I live in the UK. Yeah, I was kind of grew up in London, and so yeah, I'm based in London right now.
Well, you've done so much stuff. We will talk about your single, which it has been released just recently. It's been a massive hit. We'll talk about that in a moment, but it's probably best to talk about the beginning and stuff. And you started writing in a very very early age of 12, writing and stuff. And what about this sibling rivalry you had? Was it like a just a bit of a competition between yourselves, or?
So yeah, that's so funny that you know that. So my younger sister, she was writing songs, and um, I was so jealous that she was writing all these songs, and I was just singing covers, and I would always think, oh wow, like Laura can write all these amazing songs. That's so cool. And then that inspired me to start writing songs, and I was just singing covers at the time. And
Yeah.
then I started writing music and realized how much I loved it, and I've been writing ever since and haven't looked back. But yeah, it all started because of sibling rivalry. So yeah, it all came from competition, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, but it's worked, and that's probably got in a good way got the best out of you in your singing. And you've not looked back. And even though you were just 12 at the time, you is that what you wanted to do? You wanted to just be a singer. There was no plan B.
I didn't really know what I wanted to be, but I loved music, and I loved like
Right.
musicals and just listening to songs and singing. So I just kind of thought that I would give it a go, and see what happened.
Wow. And was there any particular person you were inspired by and you were listening to?
I think probably my favorite singer of all time is Billy Joel. I actually went to
Wow.
see him live, which was amazing, a couple of weeks ago in New York, and he was just I've like listened to his music growing up. I love his songs. I think he's just the best songwriter, and he really inspired me. I mean, I love Taylor Swift. Who doesn't love Taylor Swift? I love Ash, who's this American singer songwriter, slightly less well known. But I've yeah been inspired by so many people: Elton John, Stevie Nicks, Phineas.
Wow.
So yeah, huge amount of people who've inspired me, which has been great.
And Taylor Swift was number two of the highest grossing singer now, number two or something.
Yeah,
I heard.
yeah, she's amazing. She's doing so
Wow.
well.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's amazing how she's done that. Wow. It is absolutely amazing. And it
Yeah.
is, I guess it is very good to have someone who inspires you, and then you look, but then obviously you create your own type of music, which you've created. So obviously you started at the age of 12 writing on there, but were you like, was there anything particular when you were writing at that time you wanted to be, okay, I'll become this, and then you started becoming a singer, or was it, when did you decide that,
I don't think it was as early as 12. I was kind of just doing it as like a hobby. And then when
right,
I was at school, I was singing and writing and performing as much as I could. And then I went to university actually to study history. So
wow,
completely unrelated to music. But I was still releasing music alongside studying and performing lots in Bristol, which is just outside London. And then it was only really when I left university that I kind of tried to do it full time. Um, so so yeah, actually pretty recently I've been doing it kind of full time. So yeah, I didn't know initially, but now I know that this is what I want to do, which is really nice.
yeah, absolutely. And obviously you've gained a lot of success in a very very short space of time. Your am I right in saying your debut single was it 2020?
Yes, yeah, that was in 2020. You're right.
2020, yeah.
Yeah.
And so how did the debut single come about, and who helped you? Anybody who particularly helped you release the single, or at that time?
So yeah, I actually released it, yeah, in 2020 during lockdown. I had been working with my singing teacher who I've had since I was like 10 years old, and I'd written these songs, and I went to her studio, which was in her house, and we recorded them. Um, and I kind of had loads of work with university that I didn't have time to plan like a proper campaign to release the songs, and then lockdown came, and I suddenly had all this time on my hands. So I decided to release an EP, and then I released my first song called Bleeding Heart, and that was actually the first song that I ever wrote, which was
Right.
which was amazing, and that came out, and it was so exciting releasing it for the first time, and yeah, it's a song that I wrote in my uni halls at Bristol, and that is the story of how that one came about. But that was, yeah, gosh, that was 3 years ago, so a while ago now. But yeah, that's a great song. I sing that song a lot at gigs, which is fun.
So that probably was. Were you assigned to anyone at the time, any labels, or was it like you were doing it unassigned at the time, and you were doing it yourself or
Yeah, I was totally done independently.
independently? And now, obviously, you are assigned to someone, to a company. Is that correct?
I have, yeah, I have a like a management and distribution
Management,
deal. So I'm signed to a management company, and then I'm with Warner ADA for
money.
distribution. But it's not like a record deal. I don't have that.
No, I guess that would take time anyway. But you're probably getting to closer to that stage, I would say, considering how well you've done in
Thank you so
about what
much.
in about 3 years, which is not that long, to be honest, in um, in any profession, and music especially. 3 years is a short space of time. So obviously, it's all digital nowadays. Obviously, for any musician, the response is. So how was the planning when you were releasing your single? The social media, the promotion, was that all yourself, or did you have a team which helped you out?
It was kind of all myself. But yeah, you're right. It's all about social media right now. It's like I spend so much time making TikToks as opposed to actually writing songs because the whole industry is focused around social media. But yeah, I try and kind of make as much content for each song that I release as possible to post on Instagram and TikTok. And it's so funny because I do these things on TikTok where I pretend that I've written a famous song to my parents,
Right.
and that always does so well on TikTok. And then when I post like a song, like my own original music, then that doesn't do well on TikTok. So people love my parents. It's so funny. So I need to get them in more of my TikToks, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. If it is, isn't it? If you have to be good, I guess you have to be good at social media, as a musician as well now, because TikTok is a very big thing, especially in the UK, and to get more fans, get more people, knowing about your music. Self promotion is a massive thing for musicians, and I've seen that with the ones who I've interviewed, how much stuff they post on TikTok, and how much stuff whenever they've added me on Instagram, I've seen them, and they've got like, it's literally every day they're adding stuff on their content, to keep it engagement with the fans. I guess that's very important. So you can know live feedback from your fans. Is it good? Is it you get all that live feedback, don't you, from your fans and stuff?
Yeah, it's great. TikTok, they just people will tell you instantly if they like something or they don't like it. So you know where you stand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So what about the first debut single when you released it? Was this written by yourself, and how were you? Was it something in particular you were inspired by when you were writing this music track?
I wrote it myself. I don't know if you've ever seen that TV show Big Little Lies. Um,
I think
but
I've heard of it. Yes, yes.
okay, there's so it was I kind of wrote it like based on one of the characters, the character that Nicole Kidman plays. And it was a song that actually was a kind of about like being in a toxic relationship and feeling like you can't escape from it and you're kind of stuck in it. So it wasn't fortunately written from personal experience, but it was based on that TV show, which was amazing TV show. I feel like I get loads of ideas for songs from like movies and TV shows and different things that I see on the internet. But then also from like stuff that's going on in my life and friends as well. So a whole range of things, which is great. The most random things inspire me. I have like a list on my phone of like different ideas and like phrases that could potentially turn into songs. And yeah, but I have a problem where I write all these half songs, so I have all these unfinished songs lying around. But that one I managed to finish, and that was based on Big Little Lies, which was fun.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure the first single, I guess, for an artist is probably the most special one because this is like your own creation, isn't it? Um, and it's the first one. So what was the feedback like, and what about the family reaction when you finally, when you released your single? What kind of feedback were you getting from everyone?
I was getting great feedback, which was so nice. I mean, like
Yeah.
mostly from people that I knew who were like my friends and family. But everyone was so lovely. Like they said they loved the song. They were sharing it on their Instagram stories. And yeah, it was great. It was great to have such a positive response. But I feel like it's something ridiculous. Like 120,000 songs are released on Spotify every single day. So I kind of feel like I'm fighting for people's attention and to get the songs heard, even though I'm releasing now. But for the early one, it was just my friends and family who were listening to it because nobody really knew.
Yeah.
Nobody knew about it.
So yeah, absolutely. So to get so many people, and obviously how well you've done in social media, TikTok, Instagram. Now you've been interviewed by that, which we call obviously the BBC, which is such a large broadcaster in the UK and obviously known around the world. They've interviewed you about it and about how well you've done. So I'm sure that must have been great when you got that kind of a media coverage coming from them.
It was amazing. I was like sending my song to all these radio stations and like calling them up saying, "Please play my song." And when I found out that the BBC they were going to play it, that was amazing. I was so excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's already a massive achievement. Getting it played by the BBC, especially such a large broadcaster on there. And so regarding your social media, how hard was it to just do it yourself, for the promotion, everything yourself? How hard was that? Was it like 24/7 non-stop at that time?
Um, it was pretty much 24/7. Yeah, it kind of I think it was like very intense before the song came out, and then the couple of weeks following the release, and then it kind of calmed down a bit. Um, but yeah, it was intense just because there's you could always be creating more content. You can always be emailing more people or calling up different magazines and radio stations. So it kind of felt like it's like a never ending job, but no, it was intense, but I'm happy to do it. I mean, it's yeah, I all I want is people to hear my song. So it was work that I wanted to do, which is good.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely is a very satisfaction, I guess, especially for the first single. And I'm sure how well how does a musician, obviously when it's digitally, it's all digitally basically now, isn't it, really now? There's not much well, there's not really any CDs or anything like that physical anymore for music artists. It's all viewed on digitally as a success. So how would you monitor success? Is it more like iTunes and charts, iTunes charts, and these kind of places where you would see how well your single is doing? Or
Yeah, I think the kind of the general way people view how like successful a song is like Spotify streams or
Yeah.
YouTube views or streams on Apple Music, or like social media stats. That's kind of how people in the industry, I think, would think about how well a song is done. But I feel like if you're happy with the song, if you love it and you put it out, then that's the most important thing.
And is it nerve wracking when you release a single to think, is it going to do well? Is how hard is it not to overthink?
Oh my God, I'm such an overthinker. I overthink everything. But yeah, I get nervous. I just really hope people like it, people listen to it. And yeah, I mean, you write a song like the song that I just released a couple of weeks ago called Ghosts. That was a song that I wrote about a guy that I was dating, and we were about to go away on holiday together. And just as I was about to leave, like I go to the station all ready to go, and
Right.
he never showed up, and I never heard from him again. He totally ghosted me, and that inspired me to write the song called Ghost. So I think when I write something that's very personal, I get even more nervous about releasing it because I just hope that people can connect and resonate with it.
Right.
But it's good. I mean, and then when you get validation, people say that they like it, then it makes it worth the nerves. So it's worth it, I think.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you about actually, because I did see some of the information which the organization which had obviously originally emailed me about himself, um, you know, that about information about himself, and they had emailed me. They gave me some information, and so I was obviously reading that, and I was reading about Ghost, the single. So yeah, I was wondering about that when you said about a guy and about how much of this was so this was all real, which happened, and basically this is all real, which happened to you.
It was all real, and then I shot the music video for it in New York a couple of weeks ago, which was super fun. And I kind of started the
Right.
video. I went up to all these people in the streets, and just said, "Have you ever been ghosted? Would you want to share your stories?" And then the video starts with loads of interviews from other people, um, you know, describing their ghosting stories. And it's so funny because everybody seems to have been ghosted. And then the video was me going to Grand Central Station, um, and expecting to go away with a guy on holiday, and then he never showed up. And then the first part of the video was me looking sad around New York, and then the second bit was me having fun with my friends and realizing that I don't need to be with him. But that was the inspiration behind the whole song and video. So I'm actually glad he ghosted me because the song came from it. So it was a good thing in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's obviously that happening wasn't good, but obviously, like you said, um, something really big, which was good, which came out of it, and the single, and what a single, more than 500,000. Uh, was it? Is it downloads or? Well, it's more than half a
Uh,
million, isn't it
it
now?
was it
Yeah.
was so the video has over 100,000 views in 2 weeks. So not
Wow.
it's not quite a half a million yet, but hopefully it'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is obviously your official website, anna.co.uk, which is very, very detailed, very, very interesting. And it tell you and people can purchase your single on your official website.
Yeah, you don't even need to purchase it. You can just listen to it kind of on YouTube for free or
Wow.
Spotify, or you can buy it on Apple Music and Amazon if that's the platform that you use.
Yeah, excellent. So it's already been a massive success, though. I mean, it's 24th of May, which was not that just what over 2 weeks ago. And you must have been totally surprised by how well it's done in just over 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm so happy that people like it and are connecting to it.
Yeah,
So I just hope that it keeps growing and more people keep listening to it.
yeah, definitely. I mean, So yeah, definitely. I mean, this is probably one which is this the. I mean, the other single you've released quite a few singles, haven't you, since 2020? So how many albums have you released in total? You know, like albums with the singles.
I've released about eight singles.
Okay, 8 singles. Are you releasing any official albums at the moment? Or
Not yet. Hopefully,
not
hopefully
yet?
in the future though. That would be great. I'd love to do an album at some point.
And all these singles, you're planning to release them onto that album?
Yes, yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, and how do you? So when you release these singles, so who do you go to show show that, okay, I've done this single, I've written it, I've done it. What do you think? Is there any particular person you go to who's in the music industry?
Usually like my manager and my team, I'll like play them the song and see if they like it.
Yeah,
Or my producer or my family, play it to my parents a lot, and my friends. So yeah, I kind of will play it to like a loads of people and see what they think of it,
right.
and then yeah, but I often write with other people as well, which is great. So then I feel like working with different people, you just come up with loads more ideas and different ideas for songs. But yeah, no, I definitely share it with people and see what they think of it, because yeah, getting people's opinions is always really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, feedback. Great, feedback from these kind of people is very important. So then you release the music yourself. You finish the music. You upload it. You do all that yourself.
Hmm.
Wow, wow. That is definitely amazing. And yeah, wow. That is great. And so this so the music you released, obviously, like you said, Ghosts, which is available now, which you can obviously purchase everywhere on all platforms. And regarding Ghosts, obviously, this one obviously probably will be one of the ones which I guess will stand out more because this is based on your real life as well. So this will
I
probably,
hope so.
yeah. Yeah, definitely, and definitely, it's probably one which you probably, when you release so many singles, this probably single will probably still stand out, I guess, because uh, it's like real life based for a musician. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's incredible. So you've released 8 singles so far, then 8 singles, yeah.
Eight singles. Yeah, I think it's eight singles. I can check. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's eight. But yeah, I'm just looking on Spotify now. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 10. Oh, this is my 10th actually.
Ten
Um,
singles.
10 singles. Yeah.
So that's about 10 singles in about 3 years. Is it 3 years? Yeah, 3 years.
Hmm.
Wow. So before you release some music, were you like doing something else at the time, or were you still planning to to release this single, or were you like doing something else before you?
I was studying at a university. So I was kind of
Okay.
writing music and releasing and performing live alongside studying. I studied history. So I was kind of managing both of those things. And then when I graduated, I could kind of fully just go for music, which was amazing. So I moved back to London and I tried to play as many gigs around town as I possibly could, and then tried to create lots of content for social media, and then was writing lots and recording, and then I was just trying to find a manager to represent me. So I was just sending out loads of emails and calling loads of management companies, seeing if someone would sign me, and then eventually eventually someone did, and yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now, which is great.
So you've obviously you must have done some kind of a touring and stuff, and in the UK, I guess, and for the singles.
Well, I mean, my fan base isn't quite as it isn't big enough to do a tour at the moment, but I do
No.
perform live like every week. So I play loads of shows in London, and I did like a couple a week in New York when I was there for the past couple of months. So yeah, I just try and play to as many people as I can because I feel like live music is just really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone wants to know exactly where you're performing, I guess it's is available on your official website on
Actually, probably the best way is on Instagram. I post about all my gigs on Instagram.
gigs. Okay. Oh, excellent. So what is the particular you would categorize yourself in what particular genre do you say, okay, this is my genre of music, and I'm going to be, you know, really releasing my singles in this particular genre? Is there any particular genre you're saying, okay, this is my type of a genre, and these are the music which I'm going to be doing?
I would probably say pop. I think
Pop.
that the earlier stuff I put out was probably more like folk pop. But the last couple of songs have definitely been more mainstream pop, which I like. I love listening to pop music. So I also love folk music. I love listening to all types of music, but I think my music is probably in the pop genre.
And Ghost, you said you did a video, you shot a video in was it in New York? Is that right?
Yeah, I was in New York.
So that's where you've filmed that music video, yeah?
Hmm.
Wow. And so who's actually so who actually filmed, who did the whole music video for you? Was it like any particular company or person?
It was actually this amazing guy who I met. I was put in touch with him through my mum, actually, and he works at well, he's a student at Tisch Film School in New York, and
Oh,
he's done lots of filming for like short movies and music videos, and so we met, and I told him the idea I had for the video, and then I sent him like the treatment, and we rewrote it up and kind of came up with the concept, um, and then we shot it, which was great. So yeah, it wasn't like a professional company, but he is super talented, and it was great to work with him.
so regarding your music, so you do have, obviously you've got you've got official YouTube channel, which when your music is released, there's like music videos for for each single, for most of them. Yeah.
Yeah, not for all of them, but for like half of them, they're music videos.
All right. Okay. Excellent. That is absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure uh, you will continue to have lots of success regarding this, because obviously looking at the single, and obviously I've seen some of the one of the music videos I've seen myself, which is really good. So yeah, so that which is good. I don't think I've seen the ghosted one, but I've seen another one. Um, but yeah, definitely, I'm sure that is really good, which you've done. So do check it out, guys, and we will share this on all social media platforms, uh, including TikTok as well. So this is obviously Anna Bay's official website. You check it out. You can purchase music, uh, and obviously her new single is already out now. It's been out for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I think it was the other side, the other side of me. That's the one which I watched. Yeah, yeah, which was really good. So So yeah, absolutely. So do check it out, and do listen to Anna Bay. She's very, very talented. She's already gained so much success already, and already been appeared on BBC, and so many other platforms. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been absolutely, amazing to have been featured. Where there are so many musicians which is it's hard to obviously get featured on the BBC or any larger broadcaster in such a short space of time. So you've already, I guess, ticked quite a few boxes already.
Well, thank you. That's really kind. I mean, a long way to go, but I'm enjoying the journey so far.
Yeah. So what's the plan now then after releasing this single? Is there any particular plan you have?
So right now I'm just focusing on promoting it, creating as much content alongside it for Instagram and TikTok, and I'm playing loads of gigs. I'm going to release some music over summer, but just yeah, keep writing, recording, and keep pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. So do check it out. Do check it out on uk official website, and you can obviously get in touch with her there. Her social media links are all on the website. You can check it. Do check it out, and it tells you about her latest single, which has been a massive hit. Goes. So you can purchase it on the website. You can listen to it on there. Absolutely, and I am wishing you lots of success, and I'm sure you will be someone we will be seeing a lot of on some major channels. I would say even TV to everywhere. You know, the way you're performing, the way you're producing music. I'm sure you are going to get to the top in no time. Uh,
Thank you. That's really
no,
kind.
no worries. So, like you said, this is a thing which you're doing 24/7 on. So this is a full time thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. That is absolutely great. Thank you very much for coming on. And obviously, do check it out, and we will obviously share the links, and you will see lots of information about Anna on the video description, which we will post, and you can listen to this on all audio podcast platforms, including Spotify, Buzzsprout, Amazon Music, everywhere iTunes. You'll be able to listen to this in everywhere. If you want to listen to it, you can check it out there, and you can watch it as well as the YouTube channels if you're watching afterwards on there. Thank you very much, Anna, for coming on. It's been great to bring you on, and wishing you
Thank you so
lot.
much for having me. It was great chatting.
It's been great to have you on, and I'm going to say, even though you've already had massive success for this new single Ghosts, and I'm sure you're going to have so much more success for this, and for your upcoming music. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.